because I didn't even know what a hernia was until Feline had to tell me.
Hey y'all, it's Rosie here, and you know I'm back. I'm doing some more reactions. I'm trying to catch up. I definitely skipped like a whole week of them because they didn't even look like anything I needed to follow up on. Let's see. I just did the My Favorite Meal lately, which I now am understanding was Caesar salad from a kit. I'm going to not watch the next one in her series, which was I Can't Believe This, opening 21 gifts from subscribers, because y'all all know how I feel about the P.O. box. So I'm going to go over to I Have a Hernia, Glorifying Obesity, and New Gallery Wall.
Hello. Welcome to a new video. My hair looks wild, but I have an Amazon package that I want to open for you guys. I got something that I have been wanting for a little bit now. It is Soul Therapy, a 365-day journal for self-exploration, healing, and reflection by Positive Soul.
Single-handedly keeping the journal business alive. That is our goal.
Pronounce her last name. If I'm wrong, I am sorry. To give you guys a better view here, it's just everyday questions like, what comes to your mind when you read this quote? When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see.
I'm sorry if y'all like it. It looks like a waste of paper to me.
The one that has been opened for us, Helen Keller. Wow, that's deep. If you guys hear that noise, it's Shrinky Store. What is that noise you're making? Okay, you guys, so I have to show you a before. So this is how my living room was looking. If you guys remember, it was a little messy because Feline was putting together a new coffee table, and all those papers over there, that's just the instructions for the coffee table. And then Twinkie's bed was in the way, so we just had it up there. So this is not how my living room usually looks because I am very anal. But I just wanted to show you guys like my before, because we finally are finished with the gallery wall. So this is how it looked prior to. And I don't know, it just, I wasn't feeling it anymore. I was kind of done with these pictures. I do love those, so I did keep those though. But like the 3 bigger ones, I was over it. So are you guys ready for this? Like, things are coming together. Look. Oh my God, I've never been more proud. Like, I don't know, growing up.
I'm glad she likes it. It's just not my interest. Really, I don't like anything in her living room, but that's me.
With the hard life that I had to grow up with, and then knowing that like somehow I made it. I know a lot of people don't think so, but somehow I was able to make it. Like, I know for a lot of people this is just a living room, but it's so much more than that to me, because I grew up with mold, cockroaches, and now look, like, I think I find strength in this. So yeah, I'm just really proud. Isn't it beautiful? All right, you guys, so if you remember, Feline got a tattoo. It is currently in the stages of peeling.
Why is it so dry?
And it looks disgust. She had this like thing over it for 2 days, got it taken off. And then she had another one over it for 3 days. And I yanked it off of her last night. This is how it's looking. So once it is done healing, we will show you the final. Because right now it's looking... Does that feel good though?
A little bit, yeah.
Why is she touching it? It is so dry.
So do you like it?
I love it. Do you like it?
I love it, baby.
Yeah.
Hello, people. It's been days since I actually vlogged. So, hi, how are you? Today's my 6th therapy. It seems like I vlog only on therapy days as of late, but it's just like coincidence how my filming has gone. Today I'm very like grandma chic. I thought I left that era. So I've been noticing weird symptoms. I'm very much like, I pay attention to my body, okay? I do. I know a lot of people like to think that I don't, but I'm smart. I feel like I'm Dr. Lynn. I just know things, feel things, sense things.
Oh, Dr. Lynn has arrived again. We missed you, Dr. Lynn, medicine woman.
So I noticed lately, like when I lay down flat, my stomach kind of has like a bulge, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, it doesn't hurt. It's weird. It's something like new. And then, so I was putting like 2 and 2 together, and I was like, okay. So most fat people, a lot of fat people, they get hernias, and I never thought that I would be the one, right? And I recently, like a few months ago, just took a
You don't even have to be fat to get a hernia. Like, but okay, sorry.
test to see if I had one, and I never got my results back. Like, no one ever like called me to like tell me my results. And so I figured, okay, so I guess everything's in the clear, because if something would have showed
What kind of test? Like, I'm just curious.
up, they would have told me. But I don't know, in my heart I was like, something's not right. So I ended up calling to get my results, because I never was told my results. And it turns out I do have a hernia, folks. And the fact that I like knew that before being told that, I'm 32 years old. I don't think I could go to college to be a doctor at this point. But it's like, I feel like in my past life, I was a doctor or a nurse, or I just watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy. So.
I feel like she really is trolling us. But if she is that delusional, good for her.
So I noticed that I make jokes and I make light of things that like truly make me nervous. And I feel like this is also karma, because when I was younger, my brother used to pull me. I swear I've told the story before. My brother used to pull me in a red wagon, and he's like a year and a half younger than me. You know, that's like my little brother. And like, he was probably like 4 and I'm like 5'6". And I'm like, and I was chunky then. Okay. And he's like the skinny little blonde-headed cutie, and I'm like this like chunky big sister. And I would tell him, if you push me in the wagon, I'll push you next. And so he'd always pull me in the wagon, and I would never do it for him. And it was, I want to say like a year later, we found out that he had a hernia, and he had to get it removed. And that's a story that's like, do you guys have stories in your family where it's like consistently told and talked about? That's one of mine. Yeah, so this is my karma, and I literally just found out.
Something about this story is not adding up, but okay.
As I'm getting ready to go to my therapy, so that's a whole moment. And can it be fixed in weight loss surgery? So that was like the first question I asked, and they said that sometimes they'll do that and sometimes they won't. So it honestly just depends. But since I got that test done, my hernia has obviously grown, because I didn't have like that bulge when I got my appointment. So when I had those tests done. So the fact that I have it now means that it's like growing. And, you know, I know that it's like normal for someone my size to have one, because it's almost like abnormal for someone my size not to have one. But it's just kind of like goes to show that like health at every size is so silly. Like, I don't understand the concept. I never will understand the concept. And I just hate it so much. Like, I do think like respect at every size is a thing. And I feel like a lot of people are lacking that. And I do believe that beauty at every size is a thing. But like this whole health at every size is just not a thing. And so many people, like in the past, I haven't gotten this recently, thank God. It's just like, why do you glorify, you know, being fat? Why do you glorify being morbidly obese? Why do you, and I'm like, when have I ever done that? I show all aspects. It's not that I only show.
For once, I agree with her. You just, once you get to a certain size, well, you could be, the argument that's always made is smaller people have health problems. Yes, they do. Sorry, y'all. I can't close the door though because of the dogs. But there are certain health problems that you're more prone to the larger you get, and the types of food you eat, etc. There's so many things, so many factors. But yeah, typically the bigger you are, the more prone you are to have health problems.
The bad parts, like I show all parts of being my size, and that's something that I pride myself on, is that I do show the ugly side. Like I literally got cancer, uterine cancer, because of my weight. And people think that I glorify this. No. If anything, I should be like the walking proof or walking like example of what not to be and to lose your weight, or you're gonna get a freaking hernia. So love that for me. Wow, I think it's now sinking in. So cute, cool, fun. Yeah, I think I'm nervous because my appointment's coming up, and I had to write that thing for my therapist where I had to talk about like why a certain traumatic event happened to me. And I was thinking about sharing it with you guys. I don't know, I'm kind of like iffy on it, but yeah, I wrote that yesterday, literally the day before my appointment. I was putting it off, and I kind of say why in what I wrote. So if I do end up sharing that with you guys, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be talking about that a lot today, and I'm not sure I'm 100% in the mood, but that's okay. I'll probably see you guys after therapy, which is in 2.5 hours. So I'll be seeing you guys in 3.5. So I'm gonna go. Bye. All right, so I'm mid makeup and now I'm crying because I have a hernia. So you guys are getting to see the stages of how
I just have nothing to say.
I go, like, as a person. Like, at first it was like, wow, I was right. Love that for me. And now that it like has sunk in and I'm sitting here talking to Feline, who is over there right next to me, I've realized that like food does this. I love that. Food. Like food that is supposed to like make you like survive and live and like be in your happy era. Like, no, it does this as well. So I didn't want people to think that I was laughing that I have a hernia or laughing at my health, because I know people will twist with, you know, what I say and what I do. But I just tend to like laugh when I'm nervous, and then when something finally like hits me and like sinks in.
Who would twist that? But okay. She did seem very smug about the fact that she was right about having a hernia, but that's all I was gonna say.
That's when I start crying and it starts like hurting. But I did this to myself, so. Wow, crying before therapy. I haven't done that yet, so that's a first. I don't know, I'm just like sad because I didn't even know what a hernia was until Feline had to tell me. She told me what it was and I just like broke down. I don't know what I thought it was. Like, so much for being a doctor, right? Please, people don't take it. Like, I'm so afraid to say anything. Like, and I feel like people are going to take offense to like me talking about doctors. And I'm just saying that I'm a doctor.
So, Feline told her what a hernia was, but she was certain she had one, but didn't know what it was. So, Feline told her, and then instead of editing that whole big section out where she was like super smug about knowing she had one and da-da-da-da-da, and then no one would say anything. I don't understand her thought process.
Doctor, like, as a joke. Like, I'm not talking about doctors. It's just hard to like, I don't know. I've never felt like I need to be like super, you know, sugarcoating my words. Up until like the last few months, I've been feeling like so, like, I really need to be careful about what I say because people like twist what I say, and I don't like that. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about doctors. I am just being stupid and saying that I'm a doctor because I knew what was wrong with me. I think what's currently happening is I'm just going through a cycle of a lot of emotions at one time right now, and I'm starting to feel overwhelmed.
How did she know what was wrong with her if she didn't know what a hernia was? That shit's not adding up.
Overwhelmed because it's like therapies on top of that. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop broadcasting this to the internet because who wants to see it? Am I right? Hey guys, so it's been a few hours. Therapy is now completed. I mean, half of my 12 sessions. I can't even talk. I've been talking for over an hour, so I'm like, I don't know how to talk anymore. Things are just getting so deep, so real, that like counting these therapy sessions is so silly. like thinking of myself, like therapy session number 1 versus now is like so different. Like I was just like ready to do the 12, and now I'm just like, no, I'm ready to like heal. Not count the sessions, but just for the sake of like weight loss surgery, journey, pre-op, what I need to do beforehand. That is why I'm documenting this. So, wow, yeah, this one was crazy. I have more homework that I have to do. I had to read him my paper that I wrote. I was not expecting that. And he was like, yeah, I don't tell my clients that they're going to read it back to me because that'll make them dread it. And, you know, the way that he worded it just makes more sense. But I'm kind of glad he didn't tell me that I was going to have to read it to him, because he's right. I would have dreaded it the whole time. And, anyways, so I read it, I cried. I have to fill out these like stuck point worksheets every single day until my next appointment, which is in a week from now. And stuck points are just negative thoughts that you have that prevent like positive outcomes. And I didn't really understand the concept of stuck points until this session. He actually wrote down stuck points that I said out loud during my session and then told me them at the end. I wanted to read some. These are actual things that I said in today's appointment. I can't trust anyone. People are always lying or hiding something from me. No one cares. No one believes me. And this is a big one that he was like, wow, if my parents didn't want me, why would anyone else?
Why do I feel like these are just pushing her narrative?
So those are some stuck points that like really called out to him as I was speaking today. And now I have to find a stuck point that I say every single day. But the really big piece of homework that he said that people usually write upwards to 8+ pages. I have to write about the one traumatic event that I am choosing. And I have shared this with you guys before about how I saved my baby brother, and I made a whole story time about it. My parents were on a lot of drugs. I couldn't wake them up, and my baby brother was strangled with the curtain, like from the blinds, this thing. It was around his neck, and I saved his life because my parents wouldn't wake up. That is the event that I am choosing to write about. There are several others that I could write about, but my therapist noticed that this one caused, you know, a great reaction, and he thinks that this is a good one for me to write about. So I have to write about the event. So I have to write about it as if like it just happened. I have to write about what I smelt, what I felt, like go through every last detail. And it's going to be really hard. And then I have to read it every single day until my next appointment. So yeah, things are getting more serious by the minute. And I have never done this much work in therapy, ever. I never have. And I'm choosing to do this because I know this is the only option. This is the only option for me. And I feel really good about it, honestly. Like, I see improvement, and my therapist sees improvement because he's like, the things you're talking about today, a month ago, you wouldn't have. And, you know, if he sees improvement and I feel it, then
I'm probably going to cut most of that out. She really just did a lot of talking about the therapy session and how much work she's putting in. And if that's true, then that's great. Yeah, I guess let's finish the video. I don't have much to say, really, truly.
I know I'm doing the right thing, so I'm just really happy about that. But I'm going to end this.
I don't believe it about her improving, though, but that's just not that fast.
Vlog. I hope that you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Okay, well, just a lot of non-tint. Again, I say non-tint, but I mean, I kind of felt like some vibes, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have much to say about it. It is what it is. I don't necessarily believe the therapy narrative and stuff, but I don't know. And the video dragged out for so long, I forgot what the rest of it was about. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.